good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Fin Show. I am your host, Miss Fins. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that like button. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button. Oh, sorry, Teddy. You're gonna have to get hidden today. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming through. Please hit the like button on your way in. Thank you so much for sharing and for being here, guys. Yes, we are going to be talking to AFC East. We're going to go over all of the schedules, or at least the opponents, and give our honest opinion about to win or not to win. That is the question. The AFC East. That's today's title. Why? Because we got to be honest with ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Our counterparts in this division have made some moves, man. They have made moves. We've made some moves too, but they've made some moves. And we gotta take a look at this because I know to be optimistic, whether they like to hear it or not, the Miami Dolphins are the second best team in this division. But I don't know if we're slipping away from that. I don't know. It feels like it sometimes, but you know what I mean? So, yeah, guys, we're not talking about it. Good morning, Dad Dean in the building. Welcome, welcome, sir. What's up, Andre? Welcome, welcome. Sad morning, everyone. Hope is low. My hope is not low. My hope will always be high. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know what you mean with Calais. So, in case you didn't know, and I was about to pull it up here. Calais Campbell, one of the better um one of the better, defensive tackles that we've had in a few years, a veteran. He he has decided to sign a 1-year contract with the Arizona Cardinals, which is the team that drafted him. So, yeah, yeah, second best. Shout out to Miss Fish. She's so funny. Thank you. And we are the second best. I don't care what you say. What's up, Joe Wrist? One of our awesome members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, man. I just got news of something. I just saw some news of someone who I really, 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 really love watching as a as a child, man. I can't believe it. Let me share my screen real quick. This this is a bummer for me. This one's a bummer for me. It's one of my favorite actors that just passed away. Um, Man, this sucks. Let me share my screen real quick. Make it bigger here so you guys can see. But it looks like Batman himself, Mr. Val Kilmer, has passed away yesterday. Man, that super sucks. That super sucks. At the age of 65, he was battling, looks like cancer. Wow. Throat cancer. That's horrible. Shout out to you, man. One of the greatest movies I've ever seen. It's called The Saint. If you haven't seen that movie, yeah, definitely go watch it because I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies, and obviously Batman Forever, The Tombstones, another great movie. If you love westerns, watch The Tombstones. The Doors. I mean, he literally looked like the lead singer. Like you would have thought he was the lead singer of The Doors. I forgot his name, but he looked identical to him. I mean, that movie, man, he killed that movie, that's for sure. So shout out to him. Very, very oh, and of course, thank you, True Blazer. Who can forget one of the hotties from one of the best movies of all time in Top Gun? I mean, what was it? He was oh my god. Obviously, we all know Maverick, which was Tom Cruise. You got Goose, which was his co-pilot, and then oh god, what was Val Kilmer's call sign? It was something jerky too. Like oh man, help me out here. What was Val Kilmer's call sign? Oh, I know you guys know. I know you guys know. Dang it, what was his call sign? What was his call sign? Oh man, Ice, Iceman. Yep, the Iceman. Thank you. The minute you put ice, I'm like, boom, it just came to my mind. Iceman, yeah. The Iceman. Holy smokes, that's right. So shout out to him. Man, he was an Iceman? Are you sure? Um, now I gotta look it up. Okay. Val Kilmer call sign. Top Gun. The Ringer. I think that's what they say it is. Hold on. Uh, Pete Mary, the character. Charlie. Okay. Yeah, it is Iceman. Tom Kazansky, Val Kilmer is Iceman. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like Goose was Anthony Edwards. That was his Maverick's best friend. If you're thinking Viper, that's Tom Skerritt. But yeah, Iceman is definitely Maverick, dude. Yeah, the ass man. Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't Viper. It was Iceman for sure. Yep. R.I.P. Feels like gotta Google it. Definitely Iceman. There is two Iceman movies, 2017 and 2012. We're talking about his call sign as in the movie Top Gun, and Top Gun came out in like 1970 something. It's like an 80s movie, definitely an 80s movie. When did this sucker come out? The original one, Top Gun, 1986. You see, 1986, the first movie that came out. So yeah, and he was Iceman, and but yeah, no, that's one of his most famous roles. Absolutely. I mean, what a what a hottie. Oh man. Top Gun inspired me to go into the Navy. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I'm your Huckleberry in Tombstone. Yeah. I told you, if you love a really good Western movie, man, you have to watch Tombstone. You have to. You have to watch Tombstone. What's up, Mr. 305 Sports Baby? What's up, Lou? Welcome. Good morning. He was also amazing in Tombstone and Heat. True. That is true. Good morning, Phins fans, Miss Phins, and fellow Phins fans. What's up, Hooked Up Joe? One of our awesome, awesome, awesome members, man. Prayers for everyone who was in Val Kilmer's life. So for real. Shout out to him and his family. It looks like his daughter was the one that informed everybody of, his passing and things like that. So 65 is nothing. 65, man, you're like halfway there. Like 65 is like nothing. You're still a baby. Or technically middle age, I think is what it's called. Yeah. When you're like 90 something, then like, man, he lived a life. You know what I mean? What's up, Saxman? He was my favorite Batman as a kid growing up in the 90s. Man, I remember Batman Forever. Like, definitely, you know what? I guess maybe because I just love Batman. I know we had George Clooney. I know we had Val Kilmer. I know we had, obviously. I don't put the Dark Knight as Batman in the same character as I put the other Batman movies because it was a completely different writer. So it's on its own. It's a standalone for me, the Dark Knight series. But when you're just talking about just Batman, the Batman, man, I love the one with Val Kilmer because Batman Forever, man. You just as a kid, you're gonna love all the characters. I mean, that's the movie that gave you Two Face, man, with Tommy Lee Jones. That's the movie that gave you the Riddler, the best Riddler in my opinion, Jim Carrey. You had Two Face with Tommy Lee Jones, and you also had man, Uma Thurman had to have been um oh no, the Batman and Robin was the one with Uma Thurman. Um what's her name? Oh, what's the white girl in that movie? Uh, uh Alicia Silverstone. There you go. That's her name, Alicia Silverstone. I think that's who the white chick in Batman Forever is. Dang, now I gotta Google the cast, but I'm pretty sure that's her. Maybe I'm getting her confused. I don't know. It's one of them. It's either Uma Thurman. Well, Uma Thurman for sure is Poison Ivy. But Olivia Silverstone, she plays that girl. I think it is in one of these movies. Oh no, it's Nicole Kidman. Wow. I'm embarrassed. And she plays Catwoman. Damn, she looks so young. That's why I didn't recognize her. It's Nicole Kidman who plays Catwoman. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. Alicia played Batgirl. Thank you, Michelle. Another one of our awesome. Yeah. I'm sorry, OG Batman and Batman Returns were way better than Forever and Batman and Robin. I like them all. You know what I mean? I like them all. Like that's just me. Michelle Pfeiffer played Catwoman. Yeah, she did. Let me tell you something. I know they got Halle Berry, which I love. They got Zoe Kravitz in that new Batman movie. And then there was another Catwoman. Wasn't Anne Hathaway also Catwoman too in The Dark Knight? But again, I put The Dark Knight as a completely separate. Anthony. I know we're not talking football, guys. If you're just coming in, we're celebrating the life of Val Kilmer, who just passed away uh, last night. We're gonna get to the Dolphin stuff and the AFC in a second, but um, in my opinion, yeah, I personally believe the best Catwoman ever, hands down, has to be Nicole Pfeiffer, man. Because Catwoman is supposed to be nuts, and nobody played a nuttier, more like insane Catwoman than Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, she just oozed like psychotic. So but that's just me. Again, that's just me. I what do you call it? That's personally, that's what I believe. So we gotta oh man, we gotta do it. At least for me, that's just what I think. Um, Michael Keaton one. If I have to put, like, if I gotta rank my Batmans, Michael Keaton's number one, and I watched all of them, like all the Batman movies, except like the super first one. No, no, I'm lying. I did watch that one because the very like the almost black and white one. One time I think I watched it, but then there was one with Jack Nicholson. I always have to go like this to remember him because his eyebrows as the Joker. Awesome movie. But if I gotta rank them, Michael Keaton's definitely my number one Batman, for sure. I probably put Clooney as two, Kilmer three. But you know who I think embodied the person the most accurately to the comics was actually Ben Affleck. And they even said it, the very first Batman to be as tall as Batman, because Batman's supposed to be like six something. And like, like a big guy, you know what I mean? Not like this scrawny, tiny little dude. He's supposed to be sophisticated, but he's still gotta have some meat in him. And they even said it like the one that fit the mold, if you will, of Batman the best, more accurately to the comics, was Ben Affleck. So what's up, Lance? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I refuse to see any Batman movie with Ben Affleck as Batman. That just doesn't work for me at all. Well, hey, I mean, I thought he did great. I thought he did great, but that's just me. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Snipple Suit Batman, best Batman. Hey, probably. Um, but yeah, man. But like I said, if you have to, well, Michelle, I know you rank Christian Bale as second behind Keaton. This is the thing. The writer, and I'm going back to the comics, the writer of The Dark Knight is a completely different writer than Batman. So that's why I put those two as separate things. I can't put The Dark Knight as part of like Batman, even though technically I know it's Batman. I gotta separate it because it's a completely different writer. So it's I don't want to say it's how do I put this? It's I think it's you know probably as good as Batman. You know what I mean? But it's just his own thing. I own all of the Batman movies, all of them. Even the Dark Knight movies. But that one specific, like the Dark Knight, it's just separate for me. That because it's a different writer. Um, Adam West, pow, classic. Absolutely classic. But yeah, guys, I just want to go ahead and at least inform you, only because again, I grew up watching Val Kilmer, and if you haven't seen the movie The Saint with Elizabeth Shue, I don't know what you're missing, man. It's probably one of the most diverse um roles he's ever had, and it might not have been such a huge like box office hit or whatever, but if you watch if as a movie connoisseur, which my family and we are, I do mean we really are movie connoisseurs. There you go, that's the movie, The Saint. If you've never seen the movie, you have to watch it. I love the movie. It was his most diverse. Like he he had to play a lot of different roles in this movie. Let me just put it that way. There you go. I like Val Kilmer in Top Gun and Tombstone as Doc Holliday. Yeah, Tombstone, great Western movie. If you love Westerns, you have to watch. And Top Gun, I mean, it's Top Gun for a reason. You know what I mean? So just to move forward, again, shout out to Val Kilmer, Batman forever. He will forever be Batman. He'll be Iceman. Um, you know, and just praying for him and his family. Yeah. So R.I.P. dude. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's get into the football stuff. Sorry, this is just bothering me. Can't continue without getting my guy situated. We can breathe now. So, moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, I went on and ahead and pretty much checked on each team for the AFC East. And I wanted to go over the opponents that we have for this upcoming season. Now, just as a brief, like, just to give you like a small update of what they've been doing, let me pull this real quick. And I'm gonna show you guys what they've done so far as the latest news. I'm just gonna go over what they did in March essentially. Just so we're aware. Zasha, Zasha, Zasha. Okay, there you go. So let's start out with the Buffalo Jills. Share this. Okay. Let's see here. My favorite Batman is Tua. You guys are too much. So the Buffalo Bills, ladies and gentlemen, for the month of March, just to recap, as you know, this is two times. I can't even read this. Oh, there you go. In the month of March, they released their punter Sam Martin, signed Terrell Bernard to a 4-year contract, signed long snapper Reed Ferguson, brother of our Ferguson, which I believe we still have, to a 4-year contract extension. Also signed Greg Rousseau to a 4-year extension. They released Von Miller. Then they re-signed Reggie Gillum, their fullback, to a 1-year contract. On the 12th, they re-signed Damar Hamlin to a 1-year contract, traded cornerback Kair Elam, and a 2025 sixth-round pick to Dallas Cowboys in exchange for a 2025 fifth-round pick and a 2026 seventh-round pick. They signed the defensive end Michael Hoot, to a 3-year contract, signed wide receiver Josh Palmer to a 3-year contract, signed Joey Bosa to a 1-year contract, signed Larry Ogunjobi to a 1-year contract, and signed safety Derek Forrest to a 1-year contract. In addition to that, two players out of these acquisitions from the 12 are going to be suspended for the first 6 games of the year. That would be Hoyt, that they just got their defensive end, Michael Hoyt, who has that 3-year contract. He's going to be suspended for the first 6 years, 6 games of the season, and also their defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi, who signed a 1-year contract. He's also suspended for um for the first 6 games. Both of them failed a drug screen, and because of that, according to the NFL, they have been suspended for the first 6 games of the season. And on the 12th, well, that was the 12th. On the 13th, they signed wide receiver LaVisca Chenault to a contract. 14th, they signed cornerback Dane Jackson to a 1-year contract and signed guard Kendrick Green to a 1-year contract. Um, they officially signed in March 15th Michael Hoyt, LaVisca Chenault, and Larry Ogunjobi. Then on the 17th, they signed fullback Reggie G. Gillum, like actually put it on the contract, pen to paper. Guard Kendrick Green, cornerback Dane Jackson, running back Ty Johnson to contracts. And then the last thing they did was sign punter Brad Robbins to a contract. And that is the Buffalo Bills. Oh man, this whole time, and I could have used this puppy. There you go. That is the Buffalo Bills transaction and updates for the 2025 um, free agency season so far, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go ahead and move to. Yep, let's go ahead and move to the Miami Dolphins and what the Miami Dolphins have done in the month of March. On the 5th, they placed tenders on Cameron Good and Keon Smith, their offensive tackle. They re-signed Matt Dickerson, defensive tackle, to a contract on the 10th. On the 12th, they signed backup quarterback Zach Wilson to a 1-year contract, signed guard James Daniels from the Steelers to a 3-year contract, signed offensive lineman Larry Borum to a contract. They signed defensive back Ife Melifowu to a 1-year contract. They signed Nick Westbrook Ikine to a 2-year contract, signed safety Ashton Davis to a contract, signed linebacker Tyrell Dodson back to a 2-year contract and re-signed linebacker Quentin Bell, DB Elijah Campbell, offensive tackle Jackson Carmen, and wide receiver D. Eskridge. On the 13th, they signed linebacker KJ Britt to a 1-year contract, signed running back Alexander Madison to a contract, and re-signed the best backup O-lineman we have in Liam Eichenberg to a 1-year contract. I always like to poke fun a little bit with that one because I know that Dolphin fans get triggered by this, and I just find it funny, so I have to say. They also signed on the 14th tight end Farrell Brown to a contract. On the 17th, they signed on pen to paper Britt Brown, punter Ryan Stonehouse, and backup QB Zach Wilson to official contracts. On the 19th, they signed cornerback Artis Burns to a contract. On the 20th, they signed back again defensive tackle, nose tackle Benito Jones, and corner R2 Burns to contracts. And the last thing they did was sign linebacker Willie Gay Jr. to a contract, the 2-time Super Bowl champ Willie Gay Jr. to a contract as well. What happened? Did they eat some local weed instead of that? Oh, jeez. You guys are too much. Okay, let's continue, guys. Who do we have next? Let's do the New England Patriots. They've made some moves in the month of March. Let's go through those real quick. They have placed a tender on linebacker Christian Ellis, restricted I forgot what ROFR tender means, but they put a tender on him. On the 12th, they traded defensive tackle Devon Gotcha to the Saints for a 2026 seventh round pick. On the 13th, they released their center David Andrews, signed edge Clavon Chason to a 1 year contract. On the 14th, they signed lineman Wes Weitzer to a 1 year contract and signed safety Marcus Epps to a 1 year contract. Right of first refusal. Thank you, Mike. Okay, thank you. Um, where was that? There it is. Then they on the 18th signed offensive lineman Garrett Bradbury to a 2 year contract. Signed quarterback Joshua Dobbs to a contract, which actually, if I'm gonna be honest with you, that was an extremely smart move. You got a young guy in Drake May that you are gonna be trying to develop as your future quarterback. To have a veteran like Joshua Dobbs who's extremely smart. I mean, the man is practically a astronaut. I feel like he would be like a really good backup to help out um Drake May develop, in my opinion. And if he, by whatever reason, does go down, I think he's serviceable for a few games in the season. So it shouldn't be too bad for them. On the 19th, they officially signed Bradbury and linebacker Gibbons to pen to paper contracts. The 21st, they released linebacker Curtis Jacobs, tackle Caleb Jones, linebacker Andre Parker Jr., and center Lecitus Smith. I'm sure I butchered that name, but it is what it is. On the 25th, they re-signed linebacker Christian Ellis as a restricted free agent after matching the offer sheet by Las Vegas. And then on the 28th, they released linebacker Juwan Bentley, signed wide receiver Stephon Diggs to a contract. Now that Stephon Diggs contract, look, they have money to spend. Patriots definitely have money to spend. I just don't know. Coming off of, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Stefan coming off of an ACL tear? Right? Like that's not gonna be that easy for him to be coming back. Is he gonna be the number one wide receiver, number two receiver? I don't know. Zachanier 13424. Good morning, Miss Phins. Good morning to you, Zachanier. I love it. I love it. If you don't mind putting your previous name of Tuanier, then yeah, that's that'll be great. Former Bills Stefan Diggs. Yeah, former Bills Stefan Diggs. Well, he did make Josh Allen to the man that he is today and the player that he is today. So it makes sense that they would want to do that with Drake May. So um yeah. Because without him, Josh Allen is nothing. You know what I mean? That's proven. And people may want to be like, "You're crazy." He would. No, no, no. We're not gonna dismiss what Stephon Diggs meant to Josh Allen, and the only reason why he's even MVP today is because of Stephon Diggs. Cue the Bills fans. What do you mean? He didn't even play for the Bills last year when Josh Allen won the MVP. Again, he made him the player that he is today. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, one second. I know I forgot something. Do 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 do. Okay. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Okay. And last but not least, we gotta talk about the Jets. Let's talk about the Jets. Okay. So update. In March, they extended restricted free agent tenders. Oh, extended exclusive rights free agent tenders to wide receiver Urban Charles and offensive lineman Xavier Newman Johnson. They tendered safety Tony Adams. On the 10th, on the 12th, they signed quarterback Justin Fields to a 2-year contract. I'm just gonna stop there for a second. What are the Jets doing signing Justin Fields? Honestly, because man, that that right there, that right there. I mean, I don't know what they think they have in Justin Fields. I'm not saying that Justin Fields not a decent QB. You know what I mean? I think he'll be good for them. I just don't know if he was the right move instead of them now being what I think they're picking seventh. Them focusing on getting a quarterback in the seventh round. Like, unless they're really trying to, whatever happens this year and next year, we'll just go ahead and get our quarterback. That could be it too. Now, they also signed Brandon Stevens to a 3-year contract, their cornerback. They signed safety Andre Cisco to a 1-year contract, signed defensive end Rashad Weaver to a contract, signed O lineman Chukwuma Okorafor to a contract, re-signed cornerback Isaiah Oliver to a contract, signed center Josh Myers to a 1-year contract, and released linebacker C.J. Mosley. That one was interesting too. I thought C.J. Mosley played really well with them and for them. But I guess they're looking to go elsewhere with that. They on the 13th they re-signed linebacker James Davis to a 1-year contract, signed tight end Stone Smart to a 1-year contract, and signed defensive tackle Byton Cowart to a contract as well. Let me see what you guys got to say here. Oh, he trash. That old line is actually poopers. Okay, okay. I get it. On the 14th, the Jets signed punter Austin McNamara to a contract. Re-signed running back slash kick returner Kenny no Nwangwu to a 1-year contract. On the 16th, they signed defensive tackle Derek Nadi to a contract. On the 17th, they signed defensive tackle Jay Tufele, cornerback Isaiah Oliver, wide receiver Tyler Johnson, defensive back Chris Boyd, tight end Stone Smart, and linebacker Rashad Weaver to contracts. The Alcofor guy is Cheeks. Okay, delusional papers. I get it. On the 18th, they signed nose tackle Derek Nadi to a contract, officially pen to paper. And the 28th, wide receiver Urban Charles to an exclusive rights contract. And that is the AFC East updates as far as all of their teams. Guys, do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button. I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes because I got to skedaddle after this. We're gonna talk about the teams that these guys have now, like the schedule for 2025, right? So 2025 Bills schedule. I should probably put opponents, but oh, this sucks. Oh, let me put opponent. Opponents. Okay, so I got the Bills. Listen to the girls in the house. Everything now. Okay. Let me look for the Dolphins. 2025 opponents. Let's see if we can find a good one here or not. Nope. Because we're not as lucky to find this where I need it to be. But it's okay. We'll find it somehow. Let's do Patriots opponents real quick. See, why do everybody else have a nice little image and we don't? Or maybe we do and I just haven't found it yet. We'll stick to that. And let's do Jets real quick. Ha! Jets. Of course, they don't have one either. Um, and I've been through I've been um, okay. So I got 2 out of the 4. I guess we can go ahead and start. Let me see if I can find it here on X. Probably on X we might be able to find it. Yeah. Share that real quick so you guys can see it. Today's no, I didn't do my T-Mobile Tuesday. This is why my mother always reminds us to do it. Bummers. I think the Patriots will be fully loaded after the draft. Kind of worrisome, maybe. I don't know why you can find. Oh, where you can find it? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go through the schedules again. At least the opponents, right? Let me put Jets 2025. Oh. Ah, I knew it. You always gotta, what do you call it? Let's see, open image, new tab. Boom. And let me see if I can find the Dolphins one because I know we have it. It's posted on X or Twitter. There it is. See, I knew it. There you go. Okay, so I got everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with, again, the division winner because it is what it is, people. Whether you like it or not, they won the division. And you got to do it. But if you're just getting in or if you're watching the replay, please, guys, go ahead and hit that like button for me, guys. Hit that like button for Miss Phins. Thanks. This is who they have. We're gonna write this down. We're not gonna just sugarcoat this and pretend like they they're just all of a sudden gonna be good just because, like, nah. I personally believe that the Jets, the Patriots, the Bills, they got problems, man. They really do have problems. And come on, baby. Where you at? Okay, good. Yeah. So I'm willing to feel extremely comfortable with the fact that in 2025, 2026, both teams are all 4 teams, they're not going to be that good. So let's go ahead and start with, again, the Bills opponent sheet. So we got home and away. We'll start out with the away games. Let's start out with the away games. So Bills away games. I'm writing this down so that way we've got a record. So Bills record prediction. Okay. Away. We've got, who do we got? So we got the Dolphins. Bills versus the Dolphin away. Okay. They play here at home with us. How are the Bills going to end up doing this? So, well, ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to be 100% honest, um, Okay, I don't know. I don't know how honest you guys want me to, because I can do it. I can go very honest. Oh well, you know what? I have to because this is the AFC East show that I'm doing today. So we're gonna go with what's most likely to happen. What's the most realistic thing to happen, right? So the most realistic thing to happen, I'm gonna put it here. Most realistic to happen. Away versus the Dolphins, right? That's gonna be a W for the Bills. I mean, there's no other way of saying it. Then you got the Patriots away. I actually there's gonna be some games that I think that they're gonna split, and I actually think this one is this one could be a split based on the moves that the Patriots have done. Based on the Buffalo Bills, Patriots have always played tough as a divisional opponent. I'm gonna go with a split on this one for now, at least. Then you got who? The Jets, right? Another opponent, but I think that's gonna be a W for the Bills. Most likely to happen. Then you got the Steelers. Oh man, if the problem with the Steelers is never really their defense, it's their offense. They don't have a quarterback, so are the Steelers gonna be one of those aggressive teams to really get a quarterback in the draft? And even then, is that even gonna work for them? I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. This is gonna be very, very interesting to see what the Steelers are gonna be doing. Um, but even if they do end up getting even if they do end up getting a quarterback in the draft, it's still gonna be um very interesting, honestly. Still gonna be very interesting in my opinion for uh Steelers need a running back too for them. Until the Dolphins beat the Bills, they lose. Yeah, oh yeah, I already gave the Bills the win on versus us, over here in Miami. So but I have to go with a W for the Bills. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't beat the Steelers. Maybe the defense, if the defense can keep them down, that might be a way, but I don't think so. Versus Atlanta, that's a W for the Bills. Versus the Panthers, I mean, is that even a question? That's a W for the Bills. Who else? The Browns. Okay. That's a W for the Bills. Let's see here. And then the Texans. This one, I don't think this one is going to be as easy as most people think. Uh-uh. I really don't. I think this one's gonna be a little bit difficult. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna leave this one as a split only because I'm not sure yet. Let's take a look at their home opponent. So at home versus Miami, like seriously, that's a win for them. Until we beat them, it is what it is. Versus the Patriots at home, that's a W for them, in my opinion. I don't think that's should be argued. It's gonna be tough because the Patriots are on another level, man. I think the Patriots are getting the right things together, and Bravel, oh God, I can't stand. He knows his division really well. So yeah, I'm putting it as a win, because the Bills are at home now, but that's why I put the Patriots split away because I'm not sure. You know what I mean? The For the Bills, we've got who's next? Oh, the Jets. That's a W for them. I know they got beaten last year by the Jets at home, but it was too emotional of a game to really take that into any real consideration. Ravens at home. Ravens at home. Okay. So this is interesting. This is interesting because I think the Bengals is going to be one of the hardest games they're going to play. I think the Ravens is going to be one of the hardest games. The Chiefs, obviously, one of the hardest games. The Eagles, Super Bowl champs, one of the hardest games. Saints is it's gonna be a win. I'm not worried about the Saints, but the Buccaneers is gonna be a tough game too with Baker and everything else. And they just got Godwin too, who said, "Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick to him." So let me see here. Oof, this one's tough. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. So Saints, I'm just moving ahead. That's definitely gonna be a W for them. I'm leaving the Ravens and the Bengals open in a second for the Bucks. I'm gonna leave that one open for a second. For Kansas City, or let me just put Chiefs. That's a win for the Bills. We know this. They beat them in the regular season, but when it matters, they can never beat them. So it is what it is. I actually have the Bills losing to the Eagles. I think that's going to be a loss for the Bills. Um, Buccaneers is going to be a tough win, but they are at home. Obviously, we're only going by the opponents. We're not taking into consideration like, oh, when in the season that's going to be, because again, we don't have the schedules yet. Once they give out the schedule, then we can do this again. This is just your way too early opponent's record prediction. The most realistic thing that could happen, right? I think that they'll lose to the Eagles. In my opinion, the Eagles are the most complete team, offense, defense, Steelers. I mean, special teams. So they'll definitely, in my opinion, lose to the Eagles. Bengals, man, the Bengals tackled that defense. I think they're losing to the Bengals too. Um, because the Bengals only they can put up points like nothing versus the Bills. They always do. The only issue is the Bengals defense. If they can somehow tackle that this offseason and just bring it to a competent defense, not even like top 10, just bring it to like mid, like between anywhere from 15 to 17. If the Bengals can manage to get their like 29th or 30th defense all the way up to like 15 to 17, maybe even 18, then yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be very tough. And I think the Bills will definitely beat that lose that game versus the Ravens. I mean versus the Bengals. Talking about the Ravens, that's the other game. Um the Ravens, it's another tough team. These two teams play each other very well. It's gonna be another tough team, but I gotta actually have to. Oh man, I didn't even make it past. Didn't make it past go. Let me see if I have a little extra time. I should have a little extra time today. Honestly, hold on. Man, I really don't want to do that. Let me open this up real quick. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Gotta see if I can extend this puppy here or if I gotta skedaddle. I got a little extra time. Okay. I see. Okay. Yeah. I think they're gonna play good versus the Ravens. They'll probably lose to the Bucks at home, and and yeah, they probably will lose. I don't want to say they'll lose to the Ravens. I mean, maybe the Ravens they might actually beat. I got them beating the Ravens. I think they'll probably beat the Ravens. But yeah, I think they're taking that L versus the Patriots away, and then they're gonna take the L versus the Texans. Uh, I don't know. I see that'd be one, two, three, four. What is that? 13-4? No, I think they'll go five. So yeah, I think the other loss will be versus the Texans. So they've got. So just to recap, away, Dolphins. The Bills will beat the Dolphins, in my opinion. Away, they'll lose to the Patriots. Away, beat the Jets, Steelers, Atlanta, Panthers, and Browns. Away, and lose to the Texans. Away. At home, they'll beat the Dolphins. They'll beat the Patriots, the Jets, and I think they'll beat the Ravens. Um, they'll lose to the Bengals. They'll beat the Saints. Lose to the Bucks. Beat the Chiefs and lose to the Eagles, and that will put them at 12-5. That's where I got them, 12-5. There you go. That's where we are with the Buffalo Bills. I see 5 home losses for the Bills. No, the Bills are actually a pretty good home team. Um, but they got murderers row when it comes to that 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 schedule. I mean, you've got Ravens, Bills, Bucks, Chiefs, like those 5 games they could absolutely lose. I don't think they will lose all 5 games though. So I can't really put it like that. Let's move on because I still got can't take too long. Number two. Well, yes, whether people like it or not, we're gonna go to Sea Dolphins in 2025. Oh, let's do this. This is away. This is home. Okay. So this is the Dolphins. And we're going to do Dolphins away first. Who do we have away? So we got the Bills. We got Patriots. We've got Jets. Browns. Steelers. Colts. Atlanta. And Panthers. What's most likely to happen? Okay. That's what we're talking about here. Okay. At home, we've got, I'm just pre-writing it. We got the Bills, we got the Patriots, we got the Jets, we've got um the Ravens, the Bengals. Oh Christ, the Chargers, the Saints, the Bucks, and the Commanders. You know what? Nah, the Redskins. Skins. Yep, it is what it is. So really quickly, be mad all you want, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll start with the away teams, the Miami Dolphins for the 2025 season. Away, we're losing to the Bills. It's not even. It's not a question, guys. Just bear with me. Away versus the Patriots. Oh, sorry. I meant we're losing to the Bills away. I think we'll lose to the Patriots away. We might split with the Jets. Split. I'm gonna leave it a split for now. Versus the Brown, I think we'll beat the Browns. Versus the Steelers, they don't have a quarterback, so for now, I got them winning. Versus the Colts, I think we'll beat them. Versus Atlanta, I think we'll beat them, and the Panthers as well. Bills at home. Please. That's a loss. At home, Patriots. Man, Bravo. I can't believe I'm about to say. There is a possibility we can get swept by the Patriots. Um, People may not like to hear that, and I get it. I don't want to hear it either, but there is a possibility, and it sucks. But I still think that at home we should be able to beat the Patriots and the Jets. Ravens, that's a loss. Bengals, that's a loss. Chargers, that's a loss. Saints, that's a win. Bucks, that's a loss. And Commanders, Redskins, that's a loss. The other one where I had a split was the Jets away. Can we beat the Jets in their own home? Nah, I think we're splitting with them. We'll beat them at home, lose to them away. That puts the Miami Dolphins. Oh, I can't believe that. Bills not winning the division. Oh, okay. Dolphins go 4-13. I will be mad. You think we lose to the Bucks? Yeah, man. With Baker, I don't think I don't see how we beat the Buccaneers. I really don't. Baker's my biggest issue, and they just got Godwin that literally turned down almost $30 million a year to go back to the Bucks and play with Baker. So yeah. Baker gonna throw 3 picks. Baker might throw 3 picks and still win the game. That's what people don't get. Like, yeah, they Baker might actually throw those 3 picks. The problem is he'll also throw in 4 touchdowns to get the win. Like, that's you don't gotta like it, but that's just the nature of the game. Like, you got Baker, Evans, Godwin, Irving. It's tough. Exactly. Bucky Irving was one of the best running backs last year, and he was a rookie. Now he's about to be year 2 in that offense, man. Yeah. No, I don't. Let me clarify 3 pick 6s. Get out of here, Michelle, please. Now you're being a super homer, which nothing wrong with that, but get out of here, girl. So based on these numbers, we've got the Dolphins going. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Wow, I ended up being a lot better than what I thought it was actually going to be. I really thought we were going to be way worse than that. So 8 and 9 for the Dolphins. Okay, let's move on. Who do we got next? The Patriots. So here are the opponents of the Patriots for the 2025 season. Let me make this a little bit bigger for us real quick. Okay. So let's talk about the Patriots. Patriots. Oops. Patriots. So we got away and we got home. So away, we're gonna start with the away games. They've got Bengals, they've got Bills, they've got Bucks, they've got Dolphins, they've got Jets, they got Saints, they got Ravens. Oh, Ravens. They've got Titans. I'm actually very glad we're not playing the Titans because we can't beat the Titans. We can't beat the Titans. Oh God, it's annoying. Okay, at home they've got the Bills. They've got the Browns. They've got the Dolphins. They've got Atlanta. They've got the Giants. They've got the Jets. They've got Panthers. They got Steelers. And they got the Raiders. Interesting. Okay. So Patriots. Oh wait, Bengals. Sorry, I didn't mean to chuckle at that. That's a loss. Bills. That's a loss. Buccaneers. That's a loss. Dolphins away. That's also a loss. Jets away. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Oh, damn. I actually think the Patriots might beat. Well, the Patriots sweep. Okay, put in the comment section. Do you think the Patriots will sweep the Jets? Or the Jets will beat the Patriots? Or is it gonna be a split? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How many games to throw 3 pictures? I say no less than two. God, probably. I think versus the Jets away. If Pats get Huntley, oh my God! If they get Huntley, I'm gonna be so freaking pissed. I am. But let's go with it. So Patriots versus the Jets away. So this is in New Jersey. I've got the Patriots. Yeah, I got the Patriots losing that one. I think they'll split. I think both teams will split. They'll win their home games. Versus the Saints, they'll win that game. Versus the Ravens, loss. Versus the Titans, they'll win that game. Versus the Bills at home, that's a loss. Versus the Browns, that's a win in my opinion. Dolphins at home, that's a win. Atlanta, that's a win. Giants, that's a win. Jets at home, that's a win. Panthers is a win. Steelers, that's a loss. Raiders, I think that's a win for them. So let's take a look at the record for the Patriots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fudge. That puts the Patriots at 9-8, second in the division. Get Matt now, then Huntley will be there. Oh God. I thought we were working on a contract for him. Like, this team just frustrates me so much. I'm telling you, the Dolphins frustrates me too much. Okay, the Jets, we're gonna go away, and then we got the home games. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to the Patriots, before I get to the Jets, when it comes to the Patriots, I mean, they got murderers road too. They got to play the Bengals, the Buccaneers, the Ravens. Those are 3 L's right there. And the Bills away. Those are 4 L's right there, man. Patriots got a tough game. They got a tough schedule. They really do. Um, but I do think that they'll definitely get more wins than they did last year with the move that they've made. They overpaid everybody because they had all the money. Um, yeah. So that's where I'm at right now with that. Um, but it's gonna be very interesting. Let's see how they piece it together. I think they've made some decent moves in the off season, and as long as they can protect that young man in Drake May, I think that the Patriots will have a decent season. They might even contend for a playoff spot at this point with the moves that they've made, overpaying everybody. So we do have to take that into consideration, even though some people don't want to pretend like they're not making these moves. Dolphin fans. Yeah, man. Patriots are putting themselves in a position where they can easily become the second team in the division. And that's not good for us. Dolphin fans. You know what I mean? But let's continue because we're taking our hats off our Homer hats, right? Now we got the 2025-2026 opponents for the Jets. The other one with actual color combination. Thank you, Jets, for doing that. It looks good. So we casting Jets. Let's again start with the away. We got Bills away. Hold on. We got the Bills. We've got the Dolphins. We got the Patriots. Got the Ravens. The Bengals. The Jaguars. The Buccaneers. And the Saints. And then at home, we've got the Bills. The Dolphins. The Patriots. The Steelers. The Browns. The Broncos. Oh, this is going to be a fun schedule. The Cowboys. This is going to be a fun schedule to predict. And the Panthers. Wow, they got two kitties in their schedule this year. Look at that. Jaguars and Panthers. Okay. Let's get it. Okay, for the New Jersey Jets, ladies and gentlemen, New York Jets. Let's start with the away teams. I think, yeah, that's a loss away. We're not even going to pretend. That's a loss. Versus the Dolphins away. What did I have? Us. Jets at home. W. Yeah, so it'll be a loss for them. Versus the Patriots. Patriots at home versus the Jets. It's a win. So away for the Jets, it's a loss. Ravens, that's a loss. Bengals, that's a loss. Jaguars, let me put split into that one for now. Buccaneers, that's a loss. Saints, that's a win. Bills, please, that's a loss. Dolphins at home, I actually think we split versus them. So they beat the Dolphins in their own home. Patriots at home. I also think that they're going to split with the Patriots. So at home, they got the W. Then you got the Steelers. That's a loss. Browns, that's a win. Broncos, that's a loss. Cowboys, I'm going to put a split for now. Atlanta, I think that's a win for them. And Panthers, that's a win for them. So we've got Jaguar split and Cowboy split. Why is that? I mean, I'm not sure what the Cowboys and the moves that they've made, man, that the Jets have with Justin Fields. Because realistically speaking, you're talking about the Cowboys defense versus the Jets offense. That's how you're supposed to look at it. And I don't know, I don't know how that dynamic is going to play out for the Jets. Now, I know the Jets have a good defense and they're going to build upon that defense. They got young guys, obviously. So, Jets versus Dak Prescott, I mean, I think they should be okay. I don't think it should be that bad for the Jets, but as far as, what do you call it? As far as the actual Cowboys defense to the Jets offense is what makes me the most nervous. Mostly because you just don't know what to expect with Fields as their quarterback. But if I had to take a guess, I think that's going to be a loss for them. I think the defense for the Cowboys will probably be better than the offense of the Jets. Versus the Jaguars, though, this is interesting because Jaguars and Jets are not that far off from each other, but I think the Jets do out. I think the Jets are in a better position than the Jaguars. I think in quarterback wise, Justin Fields is definitely more athletic than Trevor Lawrence. The only thing is Trevor Lawrence, I think, is more consistent as a passer, and that might actually be a little bit of a headache for the Jets defense. Mm. You know what? I think realistically speaking, Jets are probably gonna end up winning this game versus the Jags. If they lean into that defense and that defense can make those stops. If not, then I don't know if the Jets have enough offense for the Jaguars. But you know what? For now, I'll put it as a W. So we've got away losing to the Bills, the Dolphins, Patriots, Ravens, Bengals, and Buccaneers, and beating the Jaguars and the Saints away. And then we've got at home losing to the Bills, beating the Dolphins at home, and the Patriots, losing to the Steelers, beating the Browns, losing to the Broncos, losing to the Cowboys, beating Atlanta and the Panthers. That would put the Jets at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and to be 7-11. I think that's 7-11, right? 7 and no 7-10. What am I talking about? 7-10 record, making them the last team of the division. Interesting. That is definitely very much interesting, guys, because that means you've got Bills at 12-5, Patriots at 9-8, Dolphins at 8-9, missing the playoffs again, and Jets at 7-10, which would probably net them a top 13 pick coming up in this season. Man, it's gonna be very interesting. Oh God, it's gonna be very interesting to see how they do it. But I think that this will be interesting in this division. Now, this is again the way too early. Just there's so many factors when it comes to schedule prediction because, or record prediction, because you have to take into consideration. Okay, when and where are these teams playing versus each other? Because the weather will be a factor, the time of the year will be a factor. Um, is it before or after the bye week? Like so many different factors. But just knowing the opponents, I think that we got to the most likelihood, the most realistic things to happen. And don't be surprised that maybe if the Patriots do end up getting that 9-8, they might be able to sneak in as the seventh seed into the playoffs and leaving the Dolphins and the Jets behind. So it is a possibility, in my opinion, for the Patriots to do that this year with all the moves that they've made. Um, but hey, we're seeing it here, and let me date it so that way nobody comes for me. This is what 4/2/2025. There you go. So I think as most realistic, I think we did pretty good. I really do think we did pretty good. I think that this is a decent what do you call it? A decent record prediction based on, the moves that we just talked about earlier today, and then seeing how those affect the actual outcome. What's up, Dolphin Don? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. So Bengals and Texas and Pats building right while we still in the backseat. Oh, and Redskins too. Yeah. Yes, sir. You got it. So as you can tell, it's extremely frustrating to talk about that. But yes. I mean, I got a lot of stuff to get done today. Perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, uh, there you have it. That is your AFC East updates. And also the schedule as well. I gotta go, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye bye.